if you are not aware, it is not a normal thing for me to post spoilers in my reviews. Pretty much all of my book reviews are spoiler-free. If I ever do a spoiler review, it's very rare, and I warn you first. Here's a spoiler review here if you want to watch one. And I think I only did one other spoiler review. Oh, there it is there. So because I don't do spoiler reviews, it makes it difficult to review sequels. So what I do is I wait until I've read 4 or 5 sequels, and I talk a little bit about each of them in one video, so I can still let you know how I felt about them without giving anything away in case you haven't read the first books in the series or anything like that. I will have full reviews to the previous books in the series linked down below for these books if you want to check them out if you haven't done so. So let's get started, I guess. The first sequel that I read since my last video was Salt and Stone by Victoria Scott, which is the sequel to Fire and Flood. It was just as good as the first one. It was super exciting, it was action-packed, it was suspenseful, it was intense, and it was still hilarious. Tella, the main character, is so funny. So I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I loved it. I loved it. The only thing that's annoying about it is it doesn't have like a proper conclusion, because I'm pretty sure when the author was writing this she was planning on it being 3 books long, and it's only 2. So you guys should go out and buy them, and then maybe the publisher will be like, hey, people like these books, let's let her write a 3rd one. The next sequel that I read is actually the 4th and final book in the Raven cycle, which is The Raven King. And I gave this 2 stars because I didn't like it. I liked it for the most part while I was reading it. Like, I loved the writing, and I loved the characters, and I loved what was happening to a lot of the characters. But I didn't like the way the story went. I didn't like the ending. I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on. The next sequel that I read is The Madness Underneath by Maureen Johnson, which is the sequel to The Name of the Star. This book was quite a bit shorter than the first one, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it quite as much as the first one, but I did like it a lot. Still, I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. The main character is hilarious in this, and I really enjoyed her. But the story itself was quite different from the story in the first one. Like, the story in the first one's about the Jack the Ripper, and this was about something else that I can't tell you about, but it was really good, and I feel like it kind of went into the characters a little bit more, and it ended on this crazy cliffhanger, so I'm really excited to read the 3rd one soon, hopefully. And the last sequel that I read was Firewalker by Josephine Angelini, which is the sequel to Trial by Fire. I didn't like this as much as the first one as well. I gave this 4 stars, and I gave the first one 5 stars, but I did still really enjoy it. I just felt like there were some aspects of the story that were really cheesy, and just the way it came about and the way they were talking about it and just the way everyone was reacting to things, it was really cheesy and pretty cringeworthy. But besides that, it was really interesting. I feel like the story was a little bit slower than the first one. There wasn't as much happening, but it was still intriguing, and like there was a lot of interesting information that you learned. Also, I felt like some of it was really funny. Overall, I still did really like it. I'm looking forward to reading the 3rd one. Those are all of my sequels that I have read since the last time I talked about sequels that I read, and I guess that's all. So have a great day!